Okay, it's day 3 today and I'm at Pantip Plaza, the Amulet market where there's a lot of fakes and there are some real ones as well. So in the past when I was here about 20 years ago, this entire stretch here would have been filled with vendors, and the opposite side of the road as well will be full of vendors. So right now it's quite sad to see the state of what Thailand is right now because the market is so quiet. So behind me you will see some accessory shops. They have been here for, I don't know, 40-50 years, even before I started the hobby. And there was one time when the Jatukam amulets was so popular, basically they only wanted to do Jatukam. So yep, so these are the street peddlers here. At one time the police also didn't allow them to operate, and you will see that they have mostly just fake items. And yeah, more down here as well. And then you'll see some guys coming to I don't know, to wrap amulets, I guess. And they're probably quite surprised to see me here because a lot of the tourists are no longer around, let alone vloggers. Just take a look at the streets. It is what it is now. Some people selling some cakes as well, walking around. So Thai people, they are very resilient. They have a never die attitude. So if they have no money, they'll just carry a box of cakes and start selling them on the streets. They don't make much, but I guess it's better than doing nothing. So there are more peddlers here. You guys can take a look. So most of these are fake, if not all are fake. So there's one time there was like a dealer on the internet peddling all this stuff as genuine. Once in a while you do get a genuine piece amongst the fake. Yeah, you just got to know how to identify them. And I'll be walking along this stretch right now and taking you guys along. And here's an example of a shop that has like the real stuff. This one here behind me. Probably about, maybe I would say a mix of 40 to 50% fake. So you got to be very careful about what you buy as well, but at least he has some real stuff. These are some ornament shops for military decorations and stuff. So you can see these are only like $1 each. They're obviously fake and they come with hamper boxes as well. They sell some traditional medicines behind me as well. Okay, I'm just gonna head into the market and see what else I can show you guys. Okay, so this is the intersection of Pantip Plaza, and behind me you can see over there is Thammasat University, probably one of the top 5 universities in Thailand. And on a weekday you will see a lot of the university students here, a lot of pretty ones. And well, I'm a little too old for university students right now, but 20 years ago when I first came to Thailand, oh my god, yeah, I got a few phone numbers. So there's another university up front, which is Silapakon, and yep, it's also probably a top 10 university in Thailand. Also many pretty ladies, but way past my prime to be doing pretty girl spotting. So right now it's just amulet spotting for me, still in the business. Oh yeah, if you guys have anything to frame, if you do it in Thailand, it's only about maybe $20-30 as compared to back home where it's probably gonna cost you like $70 to $100. Okay, so across the road right here is the amulet market, which is where I'm gonna head into. So I'm gonna have to navigate past the traffic, and I'm just gonna turn off the camera because I don't want to be at risk of being knocked down. So you can really see the effects of inflation. What used to cost maybe like 20 to 30 baht is now 50 to 100 baht. And again, these are all replicas, they're not real. I don't know why people buy them, but tourists do at least. And then you can see here, there's now like 50 baht for a fake locket. And they have all kinds of other stuff as well. So whatever that is popular in the genuine market, these guys will make replicas to sell them here. Nothing wrong with that, because a lot of people that cannot afford the genuine stuff will actually end up buying the fake stuff. It's not as crowded as before. This place used to be really packed. Like, you have to squeeze past all the sweaty people. And during a monsoon season like now, sometimes, right, this place floods to an extent whereby the water reaches your knee. So I'm pretty lucky today that the rain is not going to come down as yet. I've checked the weather. It's only going to be cloudy today. So yeah, just take a look. There's some shops that sell silver as well. I used to rep some silver from this shop as well. Quality is pretty good. Prices here are a lot cheaper than Pantip, which is the other Amulet center. They even have like all these oils and stuff that look really genuine, but in fact they are not. So you have to be really careful when shopping at Thap Prajan. Okay, so you will see in some shops they actually have all these lassi buchas, and they also sell the lassi siang. So they are actually not fake, they are just kind of factory made, and then the monks or the masters will buy them and get them blessed themselves. But there are some stuff that are obviously fake lah, like these stuffs here. Right, so again, right, so it's not really a bad thing, because some temples or masters, they don't have the capability to go and make their own stuff, so they will buy it from the market, which is cheaper, because they do it in economies of scale, they do it in bulk, and so it's not a bad thing as well. But I wouldn't recommend getting anything here if you can afford the real stuff, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. The last few stuff that I shot on my B-rolls, they're all fake. So you can see the shop behind me, there are some stuff that are framed in gold. The gold is real, but the amulets are not. And so once you come to Thap Prajan, at the end of the market, there's a toilet back there. And you can see here there's a boat service. So if you guys want to go to Huai Khwang, you can actually take a boat there. So there's some boat services or ferry services at the back. And this is the Chao Phraya River, and just across the Chao Phraya River is Huai Khwang. And yep, if you guys are interested to visit Huai Khwang, you can actually go from this side of the river. Okay, so this shop has been here for ages. This uncle down here, and he sells antique buchas, which are mostly genuine. I would say maybe about 30 to 40%. And as you can see right here, but the prices have gone up astronomically. So let me just ask for this piece here. Only how like it's a 400-year-old piece for 5,000 baht, which is about 200 Sing dollars. And let's see what else he has. Okay, so he's trying to sales talk me into getting it. It's 3,005, which is about 120, 130 Sing dollars. But he refuses to admit that if you paint it like this and you put on the gold paint, the value actually drops. But 3,005 is still not a bad price. It is about 120 bucks. So yeah, still a pretty good price. But again, I wouldn't collect it because it's not in original condition. Okay, I'm just gonna look around his shop and see what else I can get. So the uncle is joking with me. He says his shop sells antiques, and he himself is an antique because he's 81 years old. Oh, he has something special to show us. Let's take a look. Oh, he used to be a bodybuilder. Oh.
ขึ้นประกวดไม่เคยตกเลย
แข็งแรงมากอ่ะ
วันนี้ก็ออกกำลังกายอยู่วันนี้ก็ไปออกมาแล้วเป็นโค้ชสอนนักกีฬาด้วย
สุดยอดเลยอ่ะ Oh, he's also a sports and weightlifting coach in his prime. สุดยอดเลยอ่ะ Oh, take a look. Okay, I'm just gonna support this guy and perhaps buy a piece. So let me just see what I can get from him. So out of all the pieces that he has, I have chosen this piece down here, which is a really beautiful piece. and he told me if I bargain, he's not gonna sell me. So okay, yep. So dealing with older folks, you gotta be a bit patient because they are pretty long-winded. So with dealing with old amulets like the ones he was selling, they are about 400 years of age. Although on the surface they might look in good condition, but in actual fact, a lot of them have their heads broken already. So you gotta check if it's actually been repaired before. So out of 9 or 10 pieces, maybe only 1 piece is in good condition. So you really have to have the experience to actually see which ones are the ones that haven't been broken before. So I had a little chat with him because old people, they're very chatty. They're just doing business for fun, to have a company of customers and to speak about their hobby of collecting Buddhas. But other than that, yeah, they're just selling it for fun right now. So yep, this is it. This is Thap Prajan. I am making my way out because I'm pretty hungry, so I'm gonna look for some food just here, just to relive some old memories and support that old uncle, buy a piece from him. That's about it. And yeah, on my way out right now. So I'm back in Bangkok, and of course this is Pantip Plaza. This is my rapper for the longest time. He's been with me for 15 years or so. And you can see, as you can see, he's a big Lempo Kueh supporter. I mean, just look at the bucha, it's like so huge, man. Life size, bigger than life size actually. Yep, so got all my stuff from Chiang Mai, Phang, Mae Ai and stuff. So I'm gonna like wrap everything now. And I've also stored some of my amulets here because I didn't want to bring them to Chiang Mai. And yep, this is one of the things that I do for my job. I'm in my favorite takut wrapping shop, which is here. So they are not the cheapest, but the service is like the best. So this is where I do all my takut wrapping, and this is where you can get all your accessories as well. And yep, this is my second stop before I go downstairs to try and sell some amulets. So sometimes when I'm waiting for my stuff to get wrapped and all that, I come to the 8th story and take a look at the second-hand market here. It's pretty interesting. They have all kinds of old stuff and they have their own economies like second-hand jewelry and stuff. But now, as you can see, due to COVID, a lot of the shops have closed down and it's very, very quiet right now. So 3 years after coming back from COVID, just take a look at this. It is totally empty, right? So a lot of the little vendors that used to be here, yep, they have all closed down. But yeah, I'm still gonna take a little walk and see if I can find any old antiques that I can collect. So here are some second-hand amulet books. There was one time I found the Ajahn Chum Tamla, or the Ajahn Chum's Wicha book, right, amongst these stacks of old second-hand books. So there are really some things that you can, there are really some gems you can find here. Probably just not today. Yeah, it's a lot quieter than before COVID, and that's really sad. Because I think the economy hasn't picked up yet for most of the vendors. So I heard from some of them, most of them actually moved out because during COVID, right, they were not allowed to actually open shop here. The whole shopping center was locked down, so most of them had to move out during that time because, I mean, who can go on, you know, not doing business for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, right? So yep, this is pretty much it. I'm gonna see what else I can do. If nothing more, it's only 2 PM, but it's so quiet today that I have really nothing much to shop here, so I might just move on to the next destination. So it's quite funny to see the guys there using the scope to look at the amulets because the entire floor of amulets there, they are all fake. So it's quite funny to see. You can see with your naked eye. You don't even need to use a scope to actually verify that those amulets are real or fake. But he was the seller was explaining the material and the history of the amulet, but yeah, it's quite funny. It's just a joke. So this is another floor. This is on the 8th floor. They only have it on weekends, and I think it's only certain weekends. But as you can see, the market is huge. They have everything and anything from luggages to mobile phone accessories, soft toys, costume jewelry, Yep, really anything you probably, yeah, anything under the sun you can find here. At least this place is still bustling, so that's a good thing. Check it out. So yep, that's pretty much it. The market's on the upper floor of Pantip. Yep, sadly it's a lot quieter than pre-COVID, but it is what it is, and on my way to see if I can do something a little bit more interesting than just walking around the shopping center. Okay, so I just finished selling 2 pieces of puto to the kamakan. And sometimes we not only buy stuff from them, sometimes we get money from them. Yeah! Okay, for the second last stop of the day, I'm at the Menak Shrine, and you can see from the shops behind me, a lot of them are closed already, but a lot of them are actually fortune tellers and shops that sell dresses as offerings for Menak. And for those of you who don't know who Menak is, she's like a ferocious spirit that lived in the era of Rama V, King Rama V. And it is believed that a very famous monk, Prat Somdek Putachanto, actually kind of tamed her spirit. So I'm actually looking for the shrine now. I think it is here, but let's go check it out. Okay, right, so as you can see, I think the shrine is closed. So pre-COVID, this place actually opens really late because people would come and venerate her for like lottery numbers. So there are some of these woods that you can see with all these colored cloths. So this wood is called Mai Taken, and they believe that a spirit would reside in this wood because probably there would have been a pregnant lady that have taken her life using the tree. So there are 3 of the pieces of wood here. And I can't seem to find the entrance. I think it's probably closed already. Yep, so I guess after COVID, a lot has changed. And I think the shrine that's behind me is actually closed already. So, but anyway, this is the Menak Shrine in Onut area, and if you want to come, it's a good idea if you were to come earlier than I have. So it's only 7 PM, but I thought I would come later because I wanted that night-ish, eerie-ish kind of feeling, but yep, I guess it backfired on me. So let's just take a walk around, and if nothing else, I will be on my way to the last destination of the day. Okay, this is my last stop for the trip. Basically, I'm right now at Huay Kwang market on a Saturday night, and you can see there are like tons of people here behind me, and there's a whole bunch of people doing fortune telling. So why are there so many people queuing up for the fortune telling services? Some of them are empty, some of them have like very long queues. Just take a look at this. There's like so many people here reading tarot cards, reading their palms. Some people selling offerings, some fortune tellers without a fortune themselves. And there are like so many people here on a Saturday night. Why aren't they at a pub or a restaurant or something? It is because of this particular shrine right here. So Thai people are extremely superstitious, and there's a huge Bikanet shrine right behind me. And as you can see, it is super popular. There are like hundreds and hundreds or maybe even thousands of people here. And I just walked on the inside and I saw like a Lord Shiva shrine, a Lersi shrine, and yeah, basically this is like a whole bunch of people here. So it is really busy on Saturday, but on weekdays it is also equally busy. Perhaps just maybe about 20-30% less people, but nonetheless it is still a huge crowd, and we're just going to go inside and explore a little bit. So the shrine's business is very brisk. They sell all kinds of like amulets here as well, from the Thai amulets all the way to the Hindu amulets. And this is the Lord Shiva and Parvati shrine. As you can see, there are a number of worshippers here as well. So I myself, I'm a Hindu, but I wouldn't venerate the idols here because I'd rather do it at a proper Hindu temple. And there is actually one at Silom, so you can actually go there. There are proper Brahmin priests there that will guide you along as well. But this one is definitely more like a Thai style. It's integrated into the Thai culture, so makes it more convenient for the Thai people because they mainly just use joysticks to pray. Let's see what else they have here. So as you can see, there's a long queue of people behind me that is queuing up to put the flowers on the Pikanet Puja or the Lord Ganesha Puja. And it's quite a good place to be because a lot of pretty girls here as well. I don't know why. And just look at the queue for the fortune teller behind me. Oh my god, there's at least like 20 people queuing up to see this guy here. So that's it's really weird that people do this on a Saturday night instead of going to the pubs. They are just down the street right there in Huay Kwang. Okay, I'm gonna take you guys for a little walk in the Huay Kwang market, and then I'm gonna head back to the hotel to pack my bags because it's been a pretty long trip for me. I haven't been to Thailand for 3 years and I've been here for 5 days, so I think this is more than enough for me. Okay, so away from the shrine that's opposite, you can see over on the other side of the road there are a lot of food stores. So for example, there's this store here that sells live squid and you can actually consume it live. And I'm not sure how they're gonna eat it. Oh my god. Wow. Ooh, I think the squid just spat at this guy. Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay, let's walk on. There's a lot to see at Huay Kwang, not just a shrine where most people are. So there are a lot of street vendors here and some stray dogs that you gotta watch out if you're vlogging. Otherwise you'll step on them and you get bitten. So this is Huay Kwang Street and it opens till very late. Traditionally in the past, when nightlife was a little bit more open, it's starting to open now. Basically this used to be the hangout for people who finish partying like at 2 a.m. and they come here for their supper. So there's a 7-Eleven of course, which is good. You can buy all your shampoos and necessities. And as you walk down the street, there used to be a really good fried chicken store here, but I guess a lot of the stores relocated already. So you can see you can buy like som tam and salads and stuff. Some people in their pajamas already getting ready to sleep. Actually smell the chicken that I'm looking for, and I actually think I found it. This lady has been selling chicken here for like more than 10 years. Here's the store that I found. Hello, for tin kai, 5 ชิ้น okay, 5 ชิ้น แล้วก็พริกไทย ชิ้นละ7 บาท 7 บาท เนาะ ก็เอา5 ชิ้นด้วย This is like the #1 fried chicken in Huay Kwang. พี่ขายที่นี่นานแล้วใช่ไหม นานแล้วค่ะ ผมไม่ได้มา3 ปีพี่อยากอยู่เลย I've been eating from this store for at least 10 years เกือบ10 ปีไหมครับ 20 ปีเหรอ เท่าไหร่ครับพี่ So the food here is still very affordable. I got that set of chicken for like just 70 baht, which is about $3. 5 pieces of chicken wings and 5 pieces of chicken foot. Okay, so you have like the desserts here. You get the fruits and stuff. You get what else do you have here? More grilled stuff. So Thai people really like to eat their grilled stuff. And if you look at the crowd, this is a typical crowd on a Saturday. Yep. Another thing I really like is the orange juice. So I'm gonna ask how much the orange juice is. เท่าไหร่ครับ น้ำส้ม 25 ครับ 25 ครับไม่ต้องทอน So the orange juice is squeezed fresh every day. ขอบคุณครับ And yeah, it's really tasty. So I just got a bottle of that. Okay, and you can see more food, some night market clothing, which is pretty bad quality but really cheap. Prices start from like $4 for a top. Okay, and there's more fashion stuff. So it's really fun, and this is how the walk looks like from my perspective. So on a busy day, you have to avoid the crowd like crazy. The pavement is really, really small. So, hard-working lady here. What's she selling? Oh, she's selling sweets. อันนี้เท่าไหร่ครับ โอเคครับ เอาหนึ่งห้องครับ ครับ ขอบคุณครับ ไม่ต้องทอนครับ ครับ ขอบคุณครับ So it was 25 baht for that nasal inhaler to clear your nasal issues. But I just gave her like 100 baht, which is just $4. I think she must be pretty tired sitting down there taking a break from peddling her wares. They have a solution for everything in Thailand. And if you are hungry again, more food, you guessed it. Some new KTVs that I've never seen before. Family friendly, I believe. More peddlers. And I'm gonna change the perspective so that you can see what I'm viewing as I walk as well. Sometimes you'll come across these blind singers. So I'm just gonna put some change into his little box. I got lots of small change. Okay, so I just put in some more change in the guy's box. Basically, I'm just giving away all my small change. Okay, and this is a very famous Kanom Jin shop, which is like a noodle. So I'm not very hungry right now, so I'm not gonna eat. But this is it. It is a Thai curry noodle. Today there's not many people eating it, but they have been here for at least the last 15 years that I've been walking this little street as well. So that's a very good shop, very good tasting noodle that you guys have to try if you guys are ever in the Huay Kwang area. Okay, let me see where I am. Okay, I'm at the midsection. There's some strawberries here as well, really big. But I don't think Thailand is the place to be buying fruits, I mean strawberries at least. So it's about 9 PM right now, and it's getting pretty late for me because I have a very early morning tomorrow. So I'm just gonna end my vlog right here, maybe take a couple more B-rolls and check back in with you guys probably in Singapore because I'm probably not gonna be doing any vlogging tomorrow.